Harry and Meghan have suffered setback after setback in recent weeks. Several of their projects, including a multi-million-dollar Netflix docuseries and Harry's long-awaited memoir, are reportedly in jeopardy of failing. It's been alleged that Harry and Meghan are desperate to reshoot their footage and rewrite chapters of his book after the Queen's death, but Netflix and Penguin Random House are said to be pushing back. A source told New Idea these big companies they've teamed up with are sick of waiting and are ready to cash in on their investments into the Sussexes. It's been a rough week of negotiations, and the Sussexes don't have the upper hand that they thought they did. There are rumours that Netflix would rather not screen their show at all if it's watered down, and the same could go for Harry's book. The entire debacle has Harry in particular feeling trapped by his commitments, with Meghan and unwanted by his family. Adding to Harry's nightmare, his father King Charles has settled on a date for his coronation, and the Sussexes aren't impressed. The auspicious occasion will be held at London's Westminster Abbey on Saturday, May the 6th, which just so happens to be Harry and Meghan's son Archie's 4th birthday. Harry and Meghan haven't taken this well, says a source. He could have chosen literally any other day, but for some reason he decided on his grandson's birthday. A palace insider reveals Charles made the choice based on an important public engagement and appearances. He couldn't factor in people's birthdays as well. Whether it will be a diary conundrum for the California-based couple is another question. Charles isn't even sure whether he'll invite them anyway, says the Buckingham Palace source. He's under massive pressure to trim the guest list, so it might be core working royals only. A friend of Queen Consort Camilla has now reportedly said that the Sussexes will not be welcome at the coronation if Harry's much anticipated book touches on Camilla. The source told the Daily Beast almost everything Charles has done over the past 20 years has in one way or another been about getting Camilla accepted by the public. He loves her, he's incredibly protective of her, and he couldn't do it without her. Even the Queen finally accepted that. The source added that had Charles had to choose between his son and Camilla, he wouldn't hesitate to cut ties with Harry. They said, it's one thing for Harry to attack Charles, he can take it on the chin. But if Harry forces him to choose by laying into Camilla in the book, I have no doubt that he'll choose Camilla. The Daily Mail's diary editor Richard Eden claimed a new chapter will give the royal a chance to respond to the stories he was offended at the Queen's funeral. Speaking to Palace Confidential, Mr. Eden said, Jeffrey Archer, well connected in the publisher world, is saying that Harry is writing a new chapter completely. We've had all these stories about whether the book will be delayed or whether there'll be changes. From what he was saying, it will be dealt with by a new chapter that will be on the Queen's funeral and the events surrounding it. It will give him a chance to address those stories about him being offended by not being able to wear his uniform and then not having the ER letters on his epaulets. This could be a way that all the tenses are correct, referring to the Queen in the past, and then having that new chapter could be a quite elegant way to do it. It would suggest that the book is being delayed, so it may come out next spring rather than next month, as we've been led to believe.